Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Sand King.
Radiant team pick.
Sven stands great. Invoker.
Dire team pick.
Slog.
Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Dire team ban.
No.
Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Dire team ban. Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Day 2, North American qualifiers and Elements versus Team NP, the first game of the day. America versus Europe. Everyone's looking forward to that. We're already a few picks deep. I am joined by Capitalist, well, Dota Capitalist. If he ever wants to move away from Dota, well, you're gonna have to change your name.
Yeah, but that's why I made that commitment.
Yeah.
You know, I put Dota in all my branding. You know, real commitment to
Yeah,
Dota.
that's good. That's good because
You know, this would be like a pretty hype match.
Yeah.
You know, if it was yesterday. You know, NP versus the Europeans, but it's kind of anticlimactic now that the Europeans have kind of shit the bed so far.
They have, and
Yeah.
well, to be fair, a European team already has beaten Team NP. think if they go 0 and
That's
2
true.
versus the Europeans, that would be
Maybe the Europeans is NP's weakness.
could be. Maybe it's also Eternal Envy's Invoker. We don't versus Europeans. He had a good game yesterday with it.
So you think someone else should play this Invoker that NP had picked for themselves?
They have MSS. MSS is an
Yeah.
extremely talented Invoker, but
That's true. That's true.
we see it. So the same opening we saw versus infamous Sven Invoker after Element's first pick Sand King and a second pick Swift ending Slark. I guess they just feel confident. Slark isn't he known to not be that good versus Sven, I thought? With his war cry and all that?
Yeah, the war cry. You got
Cleave, all that.
cleave damage. You got this like heavy burst damage. I don't know, but maybe they look at it as a carry that is able to just grow stronger and stronger throughout the game, and as longer the team fights go. It's a weird pick, but I think there are definitely better ways to take advantage of a Sven Invoker opening.
Yeah.
You know,
that's what it
that's
seems
such a like, hey guys, guess what we're doing? You know, it feels like a very obvious. In fact, they don't even get that much of a space creating off lane. The last time they did this lineup, they had Nyx Assassin. Nyx Assassin isn't really great so far in this game, so and it was banned away 3-4, I guess. But Slardar is like, they better make sure this Slardar gets his Blink Dagger.
Yeah,
by
he has to have
15
space of
minutes,
his own. That's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
He's not an offlaner that like guarantees gets his item to space create.
It is NP though. We've seen SEG play the 4-position Slardar quite a bit, so.
But in some ways, wouldn't that
He needs it as well.
Be
Still,
super
yeah,
greedy as
exactly.
well, yeah.
That would be extremely greedy. And then Elements, so they have the Sand King Mirana. We've seen a lot of success on pretty much every region with those two heroes. Be interesting, a lot of roaming power. We don't even know. I assume Sand King's going to be in the offlane now that they've already picked up the Omni Knight, but
Yeah.
who knows? Mitch, their offlaner. It's crazy. Croatian.
Yeah, they've got a couple of Croatians, right?
I
There are
think
a couple
no,
of Serbians.
I think two
actually.
Serbians, a Croatian. Where's Croatia at? I'm from America. I don't do geography or geology.
It's you get there via plane.
Okay, that's good.
That's how I got there in the
All right.
past.
Oh yeah, you went. Wasn't that where Dota
Dota
Pit
Pit
was?
was, yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Croatia. Was it gorgeous?
Yeah, it was. But
okay.
but apparently Croatia is one of those countries where it's like you go to the right area of
It's
Croatia.
gorgeous and then-
it's gorgeous. Everything else is
So like Cancun, Mexico.
yeah, a
Okay.
little bit like that.
That's good. Yeah.
So-
But Omni Knight, we've seen Elements. Actually, I think Elements and Pro Dota have both played this hero now. It has its ups and downs. I know the nerf to Repel has hurt that hero. Duration 8 seconds. Didn't it used to be up to 14. Something crazy level 4.
Yeah,
it was
like
insane.
It was like 12 seconds, I think, with like a 2-second downtime or something.
Yeah, obviously extremely good. Sven, Invoker, Slardar, neither of those three are Fusel carriers per se, so...
Yeah, I think Omni Knight is a really good response, because it's just like so hard to pick up a Fusel Blade on your 3 to 5 positions.
Yeah.
You know, it's just so you're gonna make Sven go with a Fusel Blade. You know, that sounds not
Terrible.
great.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty bad, you know.
Exactly, and we
But
know.
yeah, so I like the Omni Knight pickup. Thanking Mirana, classic. So now they just need well, I guess it depends, right? It could be Sanking Mirana as double supports and Omni Knight offlane. It could be Sanking offlane and Mirana's mid, and they still need another support next to the Omni Knight. Could be they're going to continue with the roaming Mirana. Is it this team that did it, or the other one?
I believe it was Pro Dota with Come
Pro
With
Dota
Me.
did- Yeah, that's right.
Come With Me. He's played a sick Mirana. We'll see if they've learned from him.
I think you want Mirana mid in this game, because I think you should have mid that pushes the tempo of the game. You know, Slark, he takes a little bit of time to get his Shadow Blade, but if you can have a mid that is able to push out lanes and be really active and take team fights, I think that's the kind of hero the kind of core you're looking for against a Sven Invoker. You need, you know, a significant amount of time before they come online.
Yeah, and I think they already have. Of course, he's going to have to go against the Skywrath Mage, which is annoying. We've seen a lot of teams in America play Skywrath. You level 1, throw Skywrath at middle, and then Suicide Decrease after 20 Arcane Bolts, and that was an instant pick Undying after the Shadow Demon, so...
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It is a mid Mirana. That looks like it's going to be an offlane Sand King, so the support duo of Omni Knight Shadow Demon. We were talking about pushing the tempo. Those two heroes aren't really... I mean, obviously Shadow Demon, Mirana, the combo, but...
Yeah.
It's an interesting. I guess the repelled Slark, just running an Invoker, is never going to die, probably ever.
Yeah. For me, it's more concerning that they didn't go away Undying, I guess. anywhere during this pool.
Yeah.
Like, for me, if I don't plan on getting the Undying, which would be in place of the Omni Knight, right? And we already agreed, like, Omni Knight's pretty good, even if he doesn't push the tempo, at least he, takes advantage of a lack of diffusal blades here. Like, if you're not going to get the Undying, you should ban it away, because it's a pretty popular support right now, especially in NA, and it's incredibly good at being able to win team fights for you. Like, it's kind of like the Warlock in some regards.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, it's one of those heroes that could actually bridge the gap between NP have this double greedy core opening that needs a lot of space. So at that 15-minute mark is when Element should be pushing a lot of the tempo of this game and being really aggressive, but then Undying is like a hero you just don't want to necessarily be aggressive into, because that's when he's strongest.
Yep, we see both of them spot each other out bottom. Ooh, and he should have
Maybe
spotted out
not.
that ward got placed, so...
Did he?
I think he saw him. Oh, you're right, because he was smoking. Yeah. Really nice play by the Omni. I think they both got their wards out without getting spotted. Number of deaths. I don't really care, actually. I'm gonna assume it's a lot. I'm gonna do whatever. I'm gonna go with the top one and the bottom answer of everything, just because. Total number of towers killed before 20. Okay, we'll go a little lower on this one. Okay, the rest of them, whatever.
16 towers killed.
30 seconds
I guess.
to battle.
No, there's no way. One team's get a snowball, and the other team's gonna have to sit on their back foot. That's
Yeah.
what this game looks like. Whichever team has a better laning phase. And we'll see. The Undying went with the Windlace. I think that's normal SVG. Windlace into Orb of Venom.
Yeah. I think Eagle does the same build.
Yeah.
Undying.
And this is-
Anything to get the slight movement speed advantage over the opposing supports, so you can just bully them as much as possible.
Swift Ending, he has some roots in North America. I know he's part of that group, like Ritsu, Yawar, Dragon Fist, and him all practice pretty much the same heroes together, and I don't know, like Discord group or whatever, but Swift Ending is very versed in the North American style of play, so no, it is one of his heroes he likes to play. This will be interesting. It will be a dual lane, of course. The Slardar, Undying, and it looks like it will be Shadow Demon Slark.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, and middle lane, Mirana goes to arrow the range creep, and Eternal Envy actually blocks it so he doesn't get it. That's a pretty heads up play by Eternal Envy, not letting him get his first arrow on the range creep.
Oh well.
Surprisingly.
Eternal Envy's known to tank a lot of damage on his Invoker,
He loves doing that.
Yeah. This Slardar Undying lane should just dumpster the Slark, right?
It should until, I mean, as long as they're pushing the lane though. Oh no, they're holding it back. Yeah, never mind. It should. Swift Ending will get experience, not much, but
Yeah.
he should not get almost any CS. He's just going to get decayed every time it's up. He already has 3 stacks on him. Pretty much meaning 1 stun could almost already equal a death.
Like all these carries now have to learn how to play as an offlaner.
Yeah.
You have to learn how to be able to like pull the creeps back to you and play conservatively, just because everyone's running aggro dual or sometimes tri lanes.
And we see Dire does have a ward, so they're ready for the gank up top if it ever does come, but I don't think NP is going to be trying to do that much. They're fine just winning the lane.
Yeah, as long as SVG is trying to pull back the creeps, which doesn't quite do it. It's a little difficult. You know who's really good at doing that? Ice.
Yeah, I've watched
Incredibly
these
good at
yesterday.
pulling
Yeah.
creeps off of neutrals.
Top lane? I mean, bottom lane, we actually have both teams pulling the small camp, and they're going to go on him, actually. Skyrath's going to take a lot of damage, won't die. Decent chunk of damage coming out. Mitch is going to get turned around on. They still have the stun up. No mana on 1437, probably going to go die to neutrals. Without that, they get a good pull, though, so Dire is happy with bottom lane, but not with top lane. That's what it seems like, but a Sand King, we've seen it come into... What, he came out of nowhere, like, what, 3-4 weeks ago? Now he's first pick almost every game.
Yeah, he's so incredibly strong.
Yep.
The Power Caustic Finale, and it is kind of reflecting, right? The top CS is in the Sand King.
Sand King versus melee lane.
Do you think the Sand King... I feel like NP can battle a little bit better at bottom lane against the Sand King Omni than the Slark Shadow Demon can do against the Slardar Undying.
So Sven, as long as... I mean, they didn't block the small camp, so we're going to see 1437 pull it. It's just... This bottom lane seems like it's just going to be a bunch of pulls and possibly a kill if either one wants to contest them. Dual lanes? Probably not going to be a kill, especially Mirana, no mana middle. It's going to be a reasonably slow game at the beginning, both teams just wanting their early items.
Yeah, I guess in order to break the kind of dual lane scenario that's happening right now, and the question comes down to who's going to win out the mid.
On bottom, Milan gets the heal off. He doesn't. He has a mango. He's gonna die for it. He has a stick too. That'll be enough mana. He's gonna get the first blood on 1437. Nice.
He's got arcane boots in a second too, so that's going to be huge for the Omni Knight Sand King.
That's an insane kill. And I guess the early level, I mean, the repel, 5 seconds level 1. No, not bad. That doesn't scale for garbage anymore, but an easy kill there. Doesn't get stunned by the Sven. And we said Sand King. Oh, he didn't. He went with the raindrops for the mana regen instead.
Oh,
And Tranquil. So, oh, and they're going to stun in again already. And he just gets blown up, but a nice double stun by Owie. Barely saves it. He just came back to lane. He's already dead again.
yeah, he needs to be a whole lot more careful.
Oh my
with
goodness. And wait, Milan's coming in.
He's got him.
Oh my goodness. That was...
Oh boy.
You don't really expect the Omni Knight to run around the crease, but I don't know where he was going. He was going to try to die to neutrals, but he went the wrong way.
Yeah.
And that gives Omni Knight the solo experience level 4. Top lane, Swift Ending gets gone on. Put under the Slaughter and he'll be fine. Health potion up. A little bit of action now. Both teams off lanes doing a lot better than their safe lanes.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like LeBron, like he knows he just is playing really far back. It helps that he's like a defensive style hero, so
Yeah.
he's supposed to sit back anyway. Whereas Skywrath Mage, you need to try and get these arcane bolts off, but also stay ahead of them. But
Yeah.
obviously, 1-4-3-7 dying in this
Twice.
lane is really costing them the laning phase quite a bit. But that's kind of the story of NP, right?
Yeah.
For whatever reason, they just, despite being experienced players and all that, they just fuck at the laning phase.
They do. They seem to fall back on bottom lane. Mitch goes down to a Sunstrike. Fortunately, doesn't get the kill, but Owie does.
We
Give him a little bit
should
more.
know though, right? Like
Yeah.
in some ways, if Omni Knight doesn't show himself to stay the Sand King, and he still isn't showing himself, then
Yeah, he's not there. Middle lane, pretty even. 18-9 versus 21-10, actually, just going back and forth. Colonel Envy, I mean, the raindrops pretty much make it a unkillable lane for just the Mirana.
yeah,
They're fine just farming. I think both are fine just farming.
he's also like protecting himself with the Forge Spirit. Yeah, you saw earlier when there was potential gank. He's just like he's got his bodyguard ready to go in order to dive in front of the arrow. Or he tries to go for one of those like leap arrow combos. Yeah, they aren't actually keeping Swift Ending farther down in CS compared to the Sven, so despite what we said, the Sand King Omni Knight is actually doing much better thanks to the kills on the Skywrath Mage.
Yeah, and Mitch, almost level 6 now. I mean, we'll see. I've seen 50-50 go for the ult. Usually they just go for the 3rd level of Finale and try to farm up jungle and the lane, so...
Yeah, it
There's
feels
not
like
really much kill potential with Epicenter right here, I don't think.
yeah, it feels like Epicenter is like one of those abilities that like maybe 1 out of every 10 games you actually have a good opportunity to burrow strike Epicenter, but most of the time you just need your Blink Dagger first, and Caustic Finale helps with that.
Yep. Maybe they try to go on the Sven a little bit harder. Well, Sunstrike's going to come out, actually hit on Mitch, do decent chain damage with Pier, and now they're going to rotate in. They're not going to be able to kill Owie, and they might lose 2 here. Milan goes for him again, gonna get sacrificed, it looks like. Who's gonna pick up the kill? Looks like Theben gets the comeback kill, only 200 gold. And Mitch luckily gets out. Top lane, Swift Ending is struggling pretty hard. 13-3 compared to Sven on this. Well, 13-1. They're both really just struggling.
That was the thing though, right? Like we needed MSS to be secured in his early laning phase farm, and that is one thing that the dual lane most definitely did. Like Sand King, he can always kind of find farm in some ways, but the Slardar absolutely needed to be able to get some to get his early Blink Dagger, because he has to create so much space for the Sven and the Invoker.
Yeah.
They've already got a nice ancient stack though for the Sven.
They fall back on Owie to Sven getting those.
Yeah.
And we never, who was telling me? I think it was Ben talking, Merlini. No one ever contests Sven getting stacks. I don't know if it's because it's so difficult to, or people just don't think it's worth it.
I think that's what it is. I think particularly on Radiant side, I don't know if the last time they won to the Sven Invoker,
Yeah.
but I think if they were on Radiant side, but I think a large part comes down to Radiant's Ancients
Yeah.
are really hard to contest.
Ooh, bottom lane again.
Is under attack.
Fortunately, Mitch got hit by creeps. Those Tranquil Boots go on cooldown. He won't be able to catch up to Skywrath with the Windlay Sam Boots. I'm just going to farm behind the tower, maybe try to pressure, force out a TP. And, yeah. Oh, he did go to the Epicenter, actually. Okay. Surprising.
Radiant's
I guess
bottom
it's a
tower
free
is
kill
under
on the
attack.
Skywrath. I don't really think it does anything to spend, but
Isn't it because Ancient Seal's instant? If he gets stunned, won't he still be able to get off Ancient Seal?
I think
just
so, yeah.
before? Yeah.
fade out maybe, but I don't know. This Slark. Oh, and yep, there you go. The normal Iron Talon. Who knows if it was actually made for safe lane carries, but you pick it up on Slark, and man, is it easy to jungle. And look at, he's doing this triple stack reasonably easy. That's a lot
Blocked
of
from
gold.
Envy at mid. Got gone on by the disruption. Gogi was on the side, but again, Forge Spirit out. Forge Spirit. Yeah, Envy's definitely getting full use out of this one. He's stacking Ancients for it with it. He's blocking arrows that would have killed him otherwise.
And he has his Midas and one more creep now. That's extremely quick for him. About 9 minute in Midas. That is not too bad. And well, they find the real Mirana. Should be able to survive. He has level 1 leap up, and there it goes.
Decent amount of damage on Gogi, and that's it.
That's one good thing about Skywrath. Concussive shot will only go to real heroes. Never will hit in whatever you call it, image.
Yeah, it looks like Elements are trying to contest the Spent Ancients as best as possible.
And
but
bottom lane, he just TP's out. They rotate 3 people down there, and they don't get a kill. Nice use of Mirana ult TP.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It's like MSS can probably stay jungle though and complete his Blink Dagger.
Yeah, he's very close, actually, yeah. So he had a great lane. So did Mitch. Luckily for NP, Mitch went with the Raindrops Wand Tranquil. He's still going to have an extremely quick blink on him, though.
Yeah, he really does.
But now when Slarder gets blink, it's a lot more dangerous just because Eternal Envy doesn't have to be anywhere near to just throw out a Sunstrike, and it's extremely good versus Omni now, I guess, because the pure damage goes straight through Repel.
And eventually, I think in this case, because they have the Blink Dagger on Slardar, they actually give the Tome to the Skywrath Mage.
Yeah.
Then you have a nice kill combo as well.
There it is. He gets Tome almost level 6 already because of it. Didn't like it for a support player.
And what a nice item that was.
You like it?
I am a fan of it because
Radiant's
playing
bottom
support
tower
and
is under
still not being level 6 by like minute 12, 13
Yeah.
feels rather useless.
Struggle. I'm a fan of it because in AR DM, no one actually buys the item, so I always get it, carry or not. It's great. But bottom lane, oh my.
Radiant's bottom
He just gets
tower
outlast
is
hit by one ranged creep that dies right after. That would have been his blink. They'll still just farm it up right now, but
Yeah.
mid towers, man, it's actually insane how many pro teams still just don't focus on who they want to give the tower to. I think it's pretty big. You give it to someone who needs the gold at the moment.
Well,
Middle lane, though.
first rotation's coming out.
And he is going to get gone on. He's staying around a little too soon. There it is. Blink in, concussive shot silence. They're going to all rotate, but you are going to be far too late. They complete TPs, though. A little pressure. Repel comes up. Oh, and there's the blink on him. Here comes the epicenter, and he is repelled, so this is going to do a lot of damage. Did he get a hit off? Yep, the heal comes out, takes the kill. Oh, well. A 1-for-1 trade, not too bad. Maybe another one. We see silence coming out on the Sand King. Didn't have enough mana. He has 17 stick charge, though. Violence. Bolts coming out, double decay. Actually, 0 decay.
Big difference though, right? Those Blink Dagger timings, even though it's
Yeah.
like 30 seconds apart, the Blink Dagger timing on the Slardar allows them to be the proactive team, and
Yeah.
they set up a really important kill in the Mirana. And Elements, because they are second to the gate for the Blink Dagger, have to be reactive. They get a kill on a Slardar, which isn't as important, and they have to like react TP-wise, which
Yeah.
means there was a lot of space created for AY to be able to do whatever he wanted, which he chose to push down the top lane and get that tower.
He's level 9. He's done the stack already. He end up getting Helm of the Dominator Tread, so he does a lot of early damage, and now he can stack for himself as well. There is actually a lot of wards top middle lane. Smoke gank, arrow comes in and actually just hits a range creep. He's gonna heal himself. Tombstone comes out
what
and
a stun.
triple stun. SPG still goes down, but Sand King gets healed up. Actually, they're taking a lot down. Is that Omni Knight double heal? We're gonna see. Oh, he blinked away.
I actually blinked to MSS.
He blinked into MSS, and he almost killed. Well,
but
he almost had him. Unfortunately, wait.
poison.
Poison,
No.
15 damage. The nerf to that
Yeah.
skill has killed that hero's solo killing potential. But another 1-for-1 trade, but the Sand King goes down for a
Whoa.
undying.
Actually, LeBron has also, in a way, killed his own solo kill potential. Look at his build. This is straight up like the old
That's old.
skill Shadow Demon Mirana build.
Max Q, Max W don't even get Shadow Poison.
Yeah, that's
Interesting.
crazy.
Yeah, the damage output, I guess, is great. But yeah, he definitely killed himself. And Another 1-for-1. I mean, these pretty big fights, like 4v4 fights, but just one kill on each side. The Omni Knight's, I think, saving Elements right now. The amount of damage he puts out and saves his teammate is actually, yeah, so far game-changing for them. And another smoke gang. So NP, not too frugal with those. And who are they going to look? Swift Ending would be the best kill. They know he's been farming for a little bit. Looks like that's who they're going to go for. No, they're going to stick around middle. Maybe go for this Mirana again. No one breaks smoke. Nope, they are going. There's no way they can get that kill with Skywrath and just Slardar, I think, because he has treads. But they're going in on middle. Sunstrike comes out, puts them under though. Nice play. We have Epicenter going down. Easy kill on the Undying. They're just going to kill his Tombstone. Pretty much like killing 2 heroes with that 200 gold in the Tombstone. Pink gets it, and he needed that.
Yeah, I think with NP need to chill out a little bit because you have such good defensive heroes in Shadow Demon and Omni Knight that they do need to make sure that there's not actually, like, they have good vision and they know that there isn't going to be, like, multiple heroes sitting behind whatever core they're trying to gank. Like, they've got the vision at bottom lane right now. They know nobody's at that bottom lane. They've got top lane pushing in. They know nobody's actually dealing with that besides the Slark earlier. Yeah. So it's like, you know, very likely at least the Shadow Demon's behind the Mirana, if not the Omni Knight.
And that kills a lot of their kill potential, because we see Envy instant sunstriking every time Slardar stuns, and, I mean, Shadow Demon just instantly disrupts them, and they miss that whole combo.
Still, though, they've created a lot of space for AUI to work around. What I think the most important thing right now is defending your mid tower and defending your off lane tower, because you saw the way they...
Arrow, bottom lane, sorry, Owie gets Arrow, Jim stunned up, and he takes a lot down from the Caustic Finale. He's got a God Strength, was it worth it? You gotta slow him down now, another stun, and Mitch is... There's the old duo, Mirana, Sand King, and it's a free kill on Owie after we were talking about how much space he had made.
Yeah, it looks like they'll get a turnaround kill as the smoke wraparound there from MSS and SVG does at least get sinking, but obviously not really worth it. Yeah,
Mitch is sacrificing himself for all these kills. 3-3-3 right now. Involved in all 6 kills, which is good for your offlaner for sure.
Yeah.
Skywrath level 6. We haven't really seen his ult come out yet, of course. Super mana cost efficient, especially when you're a Skywrath with boots and a windlace. That's actually, that's bad. You need at least mana boots on that hero, but he seems to be buying. Looks like he's saving for him now, though. Mid lane, they know the glyph's down. Looks like they're just going to try to push it down. Possibly.
This isn't...
Not free, but he has phase boots Mirana, so a little more damage.
In my opinion, because they're so dependent on Ancients, with AY having Helmet Dominator and Invoker also needing that space, they should have put a huge premium on defending their mid tower. Yeah, because it's like, you know, that weird wraparound. Like, in order to get into the Ancients, they had to smoke, go through the side shop or the secret shop, then wrap it. Like, it's the potential of getting caught in any of these areas. Like, then you're surrounded by towers on all directions. People can easily TD in on you, and then the wards you get are super obvious. Like, there's only 2 ward sets that you can lay down. It's like these 2 cliffs, and then this area next to the Ancients, and this side area as well.
And here we go. We're vanishing with Mirana. Gonna go in for a possible game. And they've been doing this all game. Elements has done a good job. Not even 4 Protect 1. They're just playing as 4 while Swift Ending farms. They haven't even been near him, and he is caught up on farm quite a bit. Almost top net worth, and fine just doing this.
Yeah, that's a really bad sign, right? Like, Slug can efficiently, thanks to Iron Talon, go through jungle, but he can't use Ancients the way Sven can.
Yeah.
So Sven should be ahead, but they've contested the Ancients really well, which is teams just doing. But Elements doing a great job of it in this game.
Now we see Elements just roaming. Both teams are pretty much just sticking around as 5 mostly, not going for those off-lane Slardar Sand King ganks with 1 or 2. Both teams are scared. I mean, this is a big game for both teams. Elements would move to 3 and 2. I believe NP would move to 2 and 2. That would really hurt their chances. Mirana.
Oh, that's right. Elements beat Pro Dota, right?
Yeah, Pro Dota, and I believe King AO +4. Oh, Arrow comes out, tries to kill the Helmet Dominator creep, but misses. Mirana's very close to that Aghanim's now, what, 600 away?
Yeah, that's going to be fantastic, right? Because then you have a core that just pushes down waves so quickly, so Slark can spend a lot more of his time off map farming jungle, and Mirana can show herself in lanes pushing down into towers. And that just means more openings for Slark to...
Oh, they don't have any vision. Swift Ending's actually on top. He wants... Oh no, the Sentry comes out. Did he get his 2 out? He did get the Dark Pact off. He should be fine. Get an ult, and he's just going to run away. We're going to see a drum charge. Somebody, I don't know who. Arrow flies through. MSS dodges it barely. The I mean, not the biggest kill, but it's a kill. Now they can possibly pressure bottom. Or just farm. Looks like they do want to pressure bottom.
Yeah,
SCG.
they absolutely should, right? That 15 to 25 minute mark is like where Sven's still trying to finish up his items. You could see AY. Even if he was a bit more farmed, he would only have Echo Saber and he wouldn't be close to Blink Dagger yet. So
Are fortified.
See Swift Ending going for his own Echo Saber while the rest of his team just sits around. Gogi trying to farm so close. They want. I think they want that before they fight again, but they're willing to just pressure bottom because they know Sven needs more farm. Any god strengths for these ancients? Bring him down pretty easily though. Only a triple stack. And here we go. Slardar's hasting in. Will he find anybody? Don't look like it.
your supports are super underfarmed.
Yeah. CG, luckily he has a few levels, but Skywrath, still, he's buying everything.
Yeah.
So like we said, like we saw him throw out his ult on Slark. He threw out an ult, a concussive shot, and an arcane bolt, and he was completely out of mana. He's pretty much useless in fights except for that silence right now.
But and Milan can actually pick up an item of some sort. It looks like he chose to go for the what the hell, Medallion of Courage.
Yep. Like it. That one's always good. And yeah, on Omni Knight, so mana boots, he's fine. They're just roaming around. He's just healing, repelling, and there it is. It's not even a naked Aghanim's too. He has Aquila, raindrops, and phase boots. He does a decent amount of damage, like on both spectrums.
Huh.
And he finally kills Owie's control creep middle. Pearl Envy's farming. The problem with Invoker is you get the early items, the boots of travel, drum mice. They don't really do anything in team fights, so a lot of your net worth is useless until you get to the late game.
Yeah.
So if Elements keeps pressuring, I think that's smart, but you definitely don't. As much as people make fun of Eternal Envy, you don't want his Invoker to get to like level 22, get the AoE Deafening Blast with a bunch of farm.
Yeah, you can definitely see that he's all the practice he's put on into his Invoker. Like he had those, even though that like Clowny, Roshan, etc. Like he had moments in that game where he was still able to do some like really good things as Invoker. Just he was far behind.
Yeah. Luckily this game, he's top of the net worth. He's doing good. He's just farming. He hasn't gotten many Sunstrike kills. There haven't been many chances to because Elements have been playing quite well as a team. Blink on Sven now. They might look. This might be where they look for something.
That's the first moment, right? Once the Sven has his 3 items.
Yep.
Helmadam, go, blink.
You expect Slardar to blink in, then you have the disruption coming out from Shadow Demon, and then if you get a surprise blink off from Sven, extremely good, could turn around to fight.
Yeah, especially if that hero gets damaged before he gets put under by the disruption. He pops back out. Sven's there.
Just instant kill.
Ba-bam.
Well, we see Ward's coming out. Owie actually shows his blink. They're going to get an easy kill on Shadow Demon. Envy will pick it up. But here comes Mitch, gets the double stun in. Is he going to epicenter? He is, and because he's facing the wrong way, can't get his ancient skill off. They're going to be able to bring down 1437. And again, a tombstone to 200. Uh-oh, Deafening Blast comes out, hits 2 of them. NSS gets his blink canceled by Gogi, though. Will he be able to get away? Once again, gets hit once. Mitch, nice stun. That should be a kill. Piranha picks it up. Great fight again from Elements. Only losing a Shadow Demon, meanwhile they lose a support, Slardar, and another Tombstone. That 200 gold adds up, and they're just picking that off easily.
Yeah, once that tier 1 tower at mid is gone, right, then
you just can't do Ancients.
Once you're able to get into this area, then this funnel turns against you as Radiant side.
Yep. Look at all these sentries from Dire. They are not playing around.
They are very I mean, they very clearly have seen NP like run this same strat, the 1-2 Invoker Sven, and they came in with a plan, like how to be able to counter this. Well, we're gonna spend a lot of effort counter-warding and blocking the ancient stacks as much as possible, because if they don't have access to that, the Sven doesn't get ahead of the Slark, which we're seeing here. Yep. As the Slark is kind of neck and neck with the Sven. Sven is definitely like absolutely core. Once he has his 3 core items, he should be ahead of the enemy, like by at least a good, like I would say 2,000 gold.
All the stacks he does and all that adds up. They've done a good job of Swift ending. It's just Elements of the team has made so much space. Hasn't been one player. They just moved around and bought him a lot of time. They had their game plan, and so far it's gone well. Mitch's Sand King is definitely putting a ton of work. Falling behind on the farm, but all he needs to do is stun. He just gets repelled, and they're happy with it. And I think we're seeing, even with the Ancient Seal instant cast, it's pretty much useless versus repel. Omni Knight picks paid off.
Mitch has got himself the beginning of the You Can Never Kill Me Sand King.
Yep.
Blink.
Classic.
Of course, Yule's particularly good here against the silence of Steven's Skywrath Mage.
You always want your Omni Knight. Maybe you don't want it repel always on your Sand King. He doesn't do that much running at you. So if he has something like this, he can pull it off himself. And you get on someone else. And here we go. Mitch goes in, gets on all poor Steven. It's just him again. We see the tombstone go down. Arrows flying out. It hits onto MSS. Tanks it. 1437. They're coming in. God's Strength. He gets the repel off on Mitch. Unfortunately, he's gonna blow up, but no. Disruption puts him under. Save him a little bit. A nice double stun. Do we have an ult from Mitch? We sure do. It's gonna come out. Owie taking so much down, but he gets healed up by SVG. A great fight for them. Now Gogi's gonna have to run away. LeBron. Oh, swift ending though. They know they have a ward down since his movement slowed greatly. There we go. NP gets a better fight. Swift ending wasn't there. Didn't come in till the late end. That's what they needed. They had a ton of heals up on the initial burst from SVG.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling like too fantastic about elements. Like I felt like the early game they did what they could. They took down some early towers and everything, but I wasn't feeling like too fantastic about their hold on the game. And then that fight right there, it turns this whole entire game against them pretty hard. The thing is, like the thing that's safe, especially in NA, and why you see so like a little bit greedier when it comes to the core lineups, is that it's very easy to in some ways punish the weaker lineup that's opposing you, because you just like with one team fight like that like the enemy makes one mistake and then you go into the mid game and you've got these two cores that are going to be, you know, super farmed that can carry you now for the next 10 to 15 minutes in team fights, or at least they can hold their own against Elements. Like Elements had to play very crisp and clean and not go into any bad team fights like that.
Yep, Sunstrike comes out, they kill the Mirana, but they give up a free tier 2 bottom. It's interesting they didn't want to contest it at all. Slark now has his Silver Edge, I mean mostly just for the stats, not much he takes off with that.
He might get caught here at top too.
Uh-oh. Mitch did not expect 3 of them to be here. Just 2 and an Ice Ogre. Yules them up though. Here comes Milan and Swift Ending. Oh, a huge kill. Nice Deafening Blast. And they're going to go in on the backside actually. Milan does have his mech used it. Gets the repel up. Coming with the Tombstone, and my goodness, Owie's dropping so quick. Swift Ending with the repel. Just doesn't take any damage. MSS on the backside now. Leaps over, gets a double kill. Trying to bring down the Omni. They finally do. I'm not sure that's the best kill. Mitch comes in. Instant silence on him though. Eternal Envy SVG. We see 1437 goes down. Eternal Envy get to go down as well. And this is the first fight Slark's been to, and it's looking pretty good.
Yeah, a large part of that comes down to they could have actually, I think, escaped. Yeah. Or at least they could have gotten back to their team in a safer position, but AUI's choice to go back in, it wasn't a bad one, but if he had Stormhammer, like it definitely would have been like, okay, good initiation, you're all good. But
he used it on the Sand King earlier.
Yeah, he tried to jump in and just like beat down the Omni Knight without that stun, and that's just not gonna happen.
Swift Ending 5-0-1. He was at about 400 gold after the Silver Edge. He just made 2,000 gold in that fight, and they I don't think well, they're going to try to do Roshan with just these two. No bash with Silver Edge hit, I guess. That's great. He's just going to do it with his 21. I guess all that Essence just stats makes it extremely easy for him.
Yeah, that's true.
So, he's doing got a lot of damage.
A lot of stolen agility. So.
And actually, surprisingly, his Silver Edge works really well against Roshan when can't. I mean, the only time you can't do damage is when you're fast, and he hit the first time, but he's good now. They're just going to take this rather uncontested. We'll see if Eternal Envy throws out a Sun Strike. Don't look like it. Wow. Just like that, Slark's first fight, he finally shows up to, goes extremely well. Now he has an Aegis to go along with 3K. Where does he go from here?
I think
we've seen Lincoln sometimes actually as a third item. It's not terrible, I guess.
I think when he's got so many defensive supports behind him, I don't think he has to worry about survivability. I think he should just try and build into damage. So I would probably like to see a Basher. I don't think any of those.
Ooh, and they see him. He doesn't get anything off, and yeah. Oh my god, he still has so many stacks. 48 agility.
Yeah.
3-shot by a Slark. That is rough. What is this? He is at the same items he has had for some time on 1437. Top lane, they actually ping out Blue. They know he's here. Is Mitch going to be able to get here in time with the blink stun? Looks like Blue's already running away. Gets the TP. Is he going to stun in? Ooh. He went for it. Can't hate him for that one. I think the Omni Knight having his mech for that last fight too. They went on Omni Knight and he was silenced, but silence doesn't stop your items. He just mech'd up and survived for a long time that fight. He's I think you're right. The support's farm on Elements is just so much bigger than on MP, and that's making a huge difference.
Yeah, you got SVG who's just trying to build a hood at this point,
Yeah.
you know? And if this gank actually works out for them at bottom lane, looks like AUI is going to back out at the right time.
Yep, but SVG could be in a little trouble. We'll see. They have a ward. They now see him. Yeah, SVG more than likely going to die here. Milan's just going to run at him. Will they? I don't think they'll have anyone. Arrow is fortunately on cooldown, but is up on SVG now. So he'll be a little more tanky with that heal as well as versus our fall. Looks like Swift Ending's actually going either Lincoln's or Scotty with that extra ulti, or probably Scotty. Like you said, doesn't really need it with Repel.
Yeah. I like the fact that Envy is trying to create space right now by, cutting the creep wave, and it looks like he's going to do it again at top lane. This is pretty smart. This is something that I don't think you see a whole lot of Invokers do, but they are kind of in dire straits. It's like they still need to continue to farm, but at the same time, it's hard to do so right now because there's such a big map control advantage to any farm Slark.
Oh yeah, he tried to actually cut it mid. Unfortunately, one lone creep gets through, and I'd actually be able to just take that tier 2 with that one creep. They're all coming now. Buys him a little bit of time. Yeah, Eternal Envy's doing his best. He's just creating space. He knows Elements will have to commit a lot to kill him, like at least Mitch +1. And he's fine with that. Owie gets another 3 stack at the Ancients because of it. And he has a BKB now. Shadow Demon's prime target for his ultimate now. And Sunspray gonna do a ton of damage to Swift Ending, but he can just go, get healed, and then heal himself as well, and this should be a free tower.
I think NPU just hold high ground at all costs right now, and occasionally push out, like, if you're not gonna fight any of this, then you should try and push out one of the side lanes with one of your farmers, the Invoker or Sven. Get a little space to farm there while the mid lane's pushing in, and then just be ready to TP back. There's a full out Scotty.
He has it. He is 2,600 HP on intelligence treads. He does an insane amount of damage. Now that he always has the repel, that's the thing. Like, Omni feels a little weak in the laning phase because it was dual lane versus dual lane. He got plenty of farm, plenty of levels, and now he has maxed out heal repel. He just throws it on the Slark, and you really can't do anything to him.
Yeah, they never really got an opportunity, despite, like, Slaughter got his Blink Dagger first. The progression in carries was that, like, Sven, like, they didn't have a strong enough laning phase for Sven to be able to, like, come online quickly with his Blink Dagger and stuff, and then start hunting the Slark. They've never actually tried to go on the Slark.
In bottom lane, Swift Ending just going in. He has the Aegis. He's fine with this, and he's just going to steal a ton of agility. Nice stun coming out from Mitch, though. This might be enough to bring down Owie. We're going to see a vanish. He has to use BKB in this Tombstone because the Mirana ulti just cancels all the zombies out, which is huge. Mitch is going to have another blink stun, and now he might just go for 1437 again. The leap. I mean, he has Aegis. He's willing to just take this kill. Yep, and he will get it. Plenty of agility. Essence just a nice play. LeBron putting him down under when he doesn't have Dark Hack. Are they just going to... I mean, there's backdoor protection here, my man.
The bottom lane's pushing out. I mean, still, like... nothing happens because of that, right? Oh, well, I guess they took away a BKB charge, but that's small, right?
Yeah.
The thing is, they got a kill on a Skywrath Mage, but all the lanes are being pushed out. Mid's being pushed out, bottom's being pushed out. Like, AUI is using even the ranged creep that he helmet domed to help push out that middle lane. Like, they just know, they're just, creating space, make sure, don't give Elements the opportunity to take a big objective.
Yeah. Good, yeah, Eternal Envy, like you said, just been cutting creep, middle, top, and bottom now. And he's still sitting here. Ghost walked up. There we go. Let's see. I mean, eventually he's going to get caught. There's no way he doesn't get caught one of these, and then it might make him stop doing that. His Midas used it. All right, there we go.
It's kind of why I thought you would see Basher on Swift Ending at this point, because it raises his solo kill potential so much they can't just TP away from him. But
yeah, like that. If Mitch wasn't there at the last second to stun him, that Sven would have gotten away, not used a BKB charge. Did lose that BKB charge, and on Sven, he is probably one of the most kiteable heroes. And once he starts losing those BKB charges, he's in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, that's going to be the roughest part. The highlight for NP will be Eternal Envy's Invoker at that point, as the Sven starts dropping off a bit and it has a harder time making a big impact in team fights. The Invoker will start getting to that high, level 22 that you mentioned, and
We see the scan out. Looked like NP wanted to go on this Slark actually, and they scan out behind him and got the red, and like, never mind. No dark tech up, he just gets it now. Doesn't even lose that much mana. We see Slark though is going for the Basher now, almost has it. They just wore off. It looks like they're just going to try to take this last tier 2. I don't think, like you said, NP should be focused on the high ground. I mean, you lose a tier 2, it gives them a bunch of gold, but it's whatever.
Yeah. Even like Eternal Envy should be thinking about backdooring that bottom tower.
It's
just
free
like
gold.
Poke here and there. You've got higher levels of. I guess it's only till level 3, but you're probably cruising pretty quickly when you use Ghost Walk. So you can maneuver around, like poke at bottom lane, then maneuver your way through the dire jungle, farm there. I can't believe they're actually trying to fight right now. This is very dangerous.
Dire's currently got killed because of it, so they know they're all there, and they're moving in now. Braun on the backside's getting gotten, and that's the best kill you can get right now. And Shadow even goes down. We do see the repel. Oh my goodness, Sven is going to die in like 2 hits. Perfect play by Mitch. They're going to bring down Undying as well. Mitch throws himself up in the air. We see this Omni Knight's handling, gets the heal off on Mirana. Doesn't even have for a repel. Doesn't look like Guardian Angel instead. They're just going to pick up the Tombstone. And Shadow Demon's like the prime target to get. They bring him under, but unfortunately the Omni Knight's so farmed. Swift Ending took 0 damage that fight. Mirana lived, Milan.
I think that was like a combination of a little bit of a bad risk. Like I personally don't think they should have taken that fight, but even then, like they got the right initiation. Like they got the Shadow Demon. It's the fact that AUI didn't use his BKB when he blinked it. Like you got to know that that fight is happening. Just better to use that BKB, and think, okay, they're probably going to come at me somewhere, sometime. And it's a long charge too, 9 seconds.
Kind of crazy. Oh, they're going in. Missed the stun on Everett, gets pushed back. I think they should be okay. They might go for a Sand King here. Doesn't look like it. I just like the fact it seemed like Elements knew NP was going to take that fight because Mitch had the perf counter initiation, and we didn't think they would take it, but Elements, they knew a lot better. And
even even the way like LeBron was outside of the trees, but even he was trying to position himself, as far back to the left. It seems like they either knew or at least they were preparing for a possibility, which either says that they had good information or they're just a really well prepared team, right? They had the will to just always play the right positioning, even if they don't think a fight's going to come to them.
I think that's the problem too. Omni Knight and Shadow Demon is a little rough in the laning phase, but they got through that pretty easily on 2 defense supports. And now having a Shadow Demon and Omni Knight to bail you out. Did he BKB?
Maybe. Oh, not the time. He blinked away, like almost in shame, Yeah, I'm sure it was like, oh god, don't want to show Elements that I used my BKB charge, but
on this play, I mean, you're in. This is a tournament. You're on the 2nd day now. This is to qualify for a major. It's a little rough to do things like that. Luckily, he's not the Sven. I think a Sven BKB charge would have been a little worse. But
oh yeah, for sure.
Wow, Basher on Slark now. Looks like he gonna go for the. I don't think it's okay. He's just gonna go for the Moon Shard, I assume.
Yeah, I think so too. Just maximize your damage.
I guess, but I mean, you don't have the best base pushing. Assault Curse isn't terrible. I think he'll go Moon Shard, but if he decides not to, it's not terrible.
Yeah, that is a good point, right? They really do not have any good high ground pushing. They're facing up against heroes that are quite good at defending.
Yeah.
Particularly the Invoker.
Now that I'm double thinking myself, I guess they do, like we saw top, all Slark did was get repelled and just hit a tower. I guess they can do that with no defusal charges.
I think literally the only reason you would consider AC is the fact that it's just like you need the high ground. So I think you're not off the mark there on the AC call.
See if Swift Ending agrees with anything.
Yeah.
He has, man. He's 8-0-2. 0 deaths, 37 minutes in. I mean, he's a Slark, but to not die once against that dual lane too. Oh, stun comes out. They're actually going on Undying. Counter initiation comes out. They just blow up Mitch immediately. They're waiting for that. If they can get out with no other deaths, this could be a problem. We see a stun come out. Then he gets put under. Nice play there. Will he be able to run? He doesn't cast Ultimate, just casts Silver Edge. We see a buyback. Oh my goodness, he didn't even cast full. He just got crit down by a crit split from Aoi. Now nice blink away by Omni. Should get away. Shadow Demon goes down. No, he doesn't get away. They forgot they had the amp damage on him, and that's going to be a 4-for-0 trade. Oh my.
Damn, with a buyback. Oh, That is huge. Like, now they're going to get so much gold. Because it's not just the fact, like, whenever these things happen, it's not just the fact that the team fight happens, they get these kills. Oh, yeah. Okay. Bye-bye, Steven. But it's also the fact, like, okay, you get extra gold because you're behind in net worth anyway, and then all the map controls that you get after winning a fight like that. For example, right now, they can easily take Roshan and Tier 1 at bottom lane. They're going to be able to push out bottom and mid. They're going to be able to farm their, their jungle, maybe be able to invade into the enemy jungle. They can do all these sorts of things that just, like, makes that net worth further go in NP's favor. So,
and the Creeps managed to take down a tier 2 top farm as well. So they got Roshan, a tower, 4 kills, and that buyback from Mitch. That is, what is that? That is a 7,000 gold change. That's actually insane. That is a lot of gold. And now I think the biggest thing is Invoker's involved in all 4 of the kills. I mean, the biggest thing now, he has his Octarine. He just wants level 22, and
yeah,
EE is pretty. I mean, you're maxed out at that point. I mean, so refresh is good, but as an Invoker, just 5-on-5 fighting, that is the dream, and he is getting very close.
Yeah, and this is where you can see, like, kind of the cracks, like we mentioned earlier, when Elements tried to go in for, like, that fight at bottom lane at some point in time and kind of lost a couple heroes because of it. Like, they just need to make sure that they really didn't lock down the map quite quick enough to be able to keep the Sven and the Invoker from farming, and then from there, Envy, for example, did really good things in being able to farm for himself and delay Element's pushes. Like, the pushes were significantly stalled out by the way that he was cutting creep waves and all these sort of things, and then NP just find the right kind of smoke opportunities to be able to get a couple picks.
And now, I think the biggest thing, though, was Slark not being able to get his ult off.
Yeah.
I don't know why he didn't. He had plenty of time, but he just got, maybe didn't expect Owie to have that crit. Now he has a Daedalus. He is going to be doing a ton of damage. It's going to be all about who gets caught first, I think. If Mitch goes in, could be good. If MSS goes in, could be good. But I don't think either team really wants to fight 5-on-5.
Elements can still definitely take back control of this game, but another misstep and they're going to lose so much.
Yeah, exactly. Slark's already almost, Abyssal Blade plus 1 more item. He's almost 6 slotted. Morana can obviously do the Sumail, go from this build and rotate and do a lot of physical damage, but Smoke King could be huge, and there's only 4 of them bottom. Eternal Envy not there. Oh, but he is going to be there, and this could be the 5-on-5. Looks like Elements might go for the jump here. 1437 is going to get stunned up immediately. Arrow comes out. He will go down. Oh, he had the Aegis. Okay, that's a smart play. The SVG, Tombstone, as well as ult here. This is going to run away. Swift Endings repelled. Oh, really, I heard a meteor come out. Swift Endings is chasing out. BKB's used, and Owie comes in on the backside. His ult up. BKB, nice put under there, though. Mitch about to die. First one to go down. Owie gets purged up. Anything else can happen. Swift Endings, they're man fighting each other right now. One bash, nice Guardian Angel, but this, oh my goodness. Sven just dies in like 3 shots. He has so much agility. 2-for-1 trade, the only Sven going down. Sunstrike on somebody. They actually get the kill on Shadow Demon. Now they're getting kited around bottom. Mark down here gets stunned. Ultimate comes out. Swift Endings is killing everyone on the backside. Oh my goodness.
Oh, and he gets Envy too.
And he could get SVG. And he's going to try. Oh, nice Ghost Scepter.
They thought they had him because they were kiting him between the Undying and Skywrath Mage, and then Envy's like, okay, I'm coming over, and he was just too much of a monster.
Oh, there's a gem. The chicken's looking for it.
Sneak it.
Nice. And look at the other teams. Courier coming in too. Like, oh, I'll get this. Now gone.
That is one of the really sad moments, you know, when you're playing Dota. You send the courier in, and you don't have vision in that area, and you're like,
oh my.
The gem was there, and you're just like, oh.
Actually insane. I think the fact that Slark has so many Essence charges, he could literally just solo him. And it forced a buyback from MSS, actually, which is... I think Elements is happy with that fight. Took all the BKB charges from NP, they killed all the cores, and Swift Ending is still alive. He has plenty of farm.
Yeah, they took away the Aegis. Like, I really like the fact that Elements were willing to go for the smoke and play aggressive, because I don't think they should let this game stall out any further than it has to. They should continue, like, just because the enemy team has Aegis, you should still try and force a fight. They have to get BKB, apparently, on the Slark, which really sucks, because...
He sold his... Really surprised he sold his the double attack.
Echo Saber?
He sold Echo Saber. I'm surprised he didn't just Moonshard, eat it, and then get the BKB, but
Maybe he felt like he needed that BKB right now,
Yeah.
which would continue along that thought, right? Like Elements, they feel a
wanna
little
win
bit
now.
time pressed. They're like, hey, we gotta fight now. It does suck having to go BKB in this position. We're hoping to just rely on
Dire's
the
bottom
repel,
tower
but
is under attack.
because if he doesn't have to go BKB, then he can go into Abyssal Blade and have that guaranteed lockdown against Sven during his BKB charge, and that's big because the BKB charge is dwindling down. It's only at 7 seconds now. Smoke for
Oh,
smoke.
smoke, and here we go. Mitch is going to go in. Only hit a single stun. Undying should go down. Will he go down? Oh, man. He's taking a lot down. Ghost Scepter comes down, and they put under MSS. He's going to get left on. He's going to be the first one to go down. EMP not doing much versus BKBs and repels. Gem drops, and the Tombstone's down. They can definitely push into base. But Eternal Envy has done a good job of pushing lanes, so none of the lanes in favor of Dire right now.
Yeah. Just the Octarine core, Boots of Travel Invoker.
Yep.
Be everywhere. He's got the movement speed to be able to run out to the side lanes and TP back if necessary.
No BKB. Only Mirana used her BKB there. So not the biggest from either side. Arrow comes out. Nothing. Top lane. Oh, they're just going to go for the melee? Maybe, right? No, they're going for the melee. He's like, whatever. I got repel and BKB. You can't really stop me.
Oh, did you see that? Envy tried to, like, Deafening Blast, keep Replay back to keep them from being able to break backdoor protection, but looks like it wasn't quite there. But I like this. Elements are actually staying inside the base to keep backdoor protection from going up.
And Steven just gets blown. He's just standing there. He's chilling. Nice. Perfect dart. Whoa, they're actually not going to hit it once. There we go. Mirana comes in. All right, I got it. And that's huge. That is the melee rack. That's just not the range, so it's going to be a lot harder to keep that pushed in now.
Dire's bottom
Wow, that was
tower is under
Solid lockdown of Scythe is very dangerous. But fortunately, Elements, again, still have those two really good defensive heroes for the Slark, so as well as maybe the Mirana is going to be target number 2, I guess.
That's crazy. I think that MSS kill was like you think Sven and Invoker might be bigger, but MSS was the only one who bought back last time. So by them killing him, they know it's no matter what a 4v5. Huge kill.
Dire's bottom tower is
Still
under
surprised only one person died in that engagement. Smoke into smoke, both teams initiated.
And they both reacted so quickly with their blinks and counter blinks.
And look at they're willing to go in. What is Lark buying?
It was only SVG, you know, he's just like, I don't have a blink, guys, what do I do?
And it is going to be actually the Assault Curse is coming out on Swift Ending.
All right.
On the Slark. I like now that they're pushing base, I actually like it.
Yeah, I like to.
Ghost Scepters, Omni Knight, as well as SVG. Those Ghost Scepters, it's paid off, especially for the Undying. Here comes the Repel, he's just going to hit the tower.
Yeah, he's got Repel, and then if things get harried towards the end of the Repel, he's got BKB as well as his ult. They don't have any Diffusal Blade to cut the Repel short.
Yep.
So he could just kind of do this over and over again. It's the Slark version of the Illusion push, you know? Just really heavily non-committal. You know, you just chip away, bounce back.
I like that. Owie maybe tried to scare him into using a BKB, but doesn't. The biggest thing is, Omni Knight, every time he repels them, he loses amp damage. Of course, you can amp damage through repel, even though repel takes it off. It's a weird mechanic. They're going to be able to get this tower next time they siege it down, and this whole Fusel carrier thing, it goes back to the first pick. Sven Invoker, you already know. Well, there's your carry in middle. So Slark, I like the Slark second pick now. Look at this, just going for the melee racks again. They're going to go in on the backside. They're going to actually find the Shadow Demon. They're going to throw out. He's going to go down instant. There's coming out from everyone. Nice BKB from Pink. And we just see Swift ending man fighting against Owie. And Owie's going to lose this. He just hits so much more damage. Basher hits him. Guys go down. Mitch holds. And he goes in, hits one but he gets instant hex. And nice play by MSS. Everyone's going to handle Clark. Oh, he just cast ult. Now he's just going to get blown up. He has buyback. He probably should use it. Maybe he doesn't want to. There's the buyback. And they're just going to back out now, I think. Nice dodge. Oh, Mirana should be going down here. It looks like it. Nice heal. It's the gem.
Oh, they still got more.
Pick.
What?
Yep.
Milan?
Omni Knight is going to die.
I thought he was going to be able to blink away, but he gets caught by the Scythe of Ice, and that buyback obviously puts them at a huge disadvantage, but at least they got a couple of kills for it.
Yeah,
the Mirana.
save the racks.
I mean, considering the way that was set up by Elements, it forces NP to come outside of their base in order to fight.
Yeah.
considering that, MSS did get a very nice initiation with the way he wrapped around.
Yep. And it's funny, watching the Sven man fight the Slark. Slark's going to win that almost 10 times out of 10 unless he somehow gets every crit. He is stealing so much of your damage, which, I mean, if he steals agility, you're losing armor at that point, too, and Slark's just going to beat you down.
Yeah, and he's, like, if you turn and man fight him, even if you do chunk him, Echo Saber and crit, like, he's just going to drop a little low and pop Shatter Dance and keep on swinging.
Ooh, middle. Colonel Envy, they could have actually maybe gone on him. They saw him use his Dark Pact. They just take the tower.
Has fallen.
They really need to do is take away some of this aggressive vision from Elements, because they can't afford to be trapped inside their base again like that. Because the way Elements have this strategy and the way they're using the tactics of pushing down the space, they can't afford to be in that scenario again. They need to always fight outside of their base from now on, and part of that comes into pushing out the waves first, as well as...
Both team knows Roshan's up. He Sunstrike right when it came up. Problem is, since he used that stun, they see him, and there we go. They're just going to go for it. Mirana's now back alive, pushing out middle.
They know the smoke is coming, though, because this vision at bottom, AUI blinked away from the ward.
They're just going to get out. Oh, Swift Ending. Oh, he's not. I mean, you can obviously repel over the edge here, as well as heal Guardian Angel. Such a tough Tombstone and Sven fighting spot, though. Elements has to be a little bit scared. Surprised how aggressive Mirana's playing, actually. Sunstrike comes out. There we go, he throws it in. Oh, they're just going to go straight on to SPG. BKB's coming out from everybody. Swift Ending can't find anybody while he's repelled. On the backside, Owie kills everybody in the back line. So he's trying to run away. Mitch comes in. He's not going to hit anyone. That guy's BKB'd. They bring down Gogi as well. It's just Swift Ending alive. And he's going to get chased down. He has a leap. He has to make it count. He does. Will we see a blink? There it is. Blink by MSS. And Invises. He's still up. Nice tornado. Another stun. Nice definite
blast. All right, they got him. You just see Owie do like the 1 foot blink forward into the trees. I was like, no, Owie. That was obviously an easy kill on Slark. As long as he kept up the chase.
I can't believe they knew they were coming. I'm really surprised they took that fight. And the Mirana used all of her burst on a piped Undying. It just did nothing.
Yeah, Undying, like, SVG is, he was able to finally get that Hooded Defiance, and he's playing a really good, just kind of like tank for all these initiations from Elements.
And Mitch, we've seen, I mean, his last 2 Blink ultimates have done nothing. It's just been on all BKB units. He hasn't hit anybody. Yeah, they're just going to lose. They're losing mid-racks. They're losing a lot more. Swift Ending has no buyback.
This really could be like the end of the game almost. Like,
it might
got
be.
a bash.
I'm actually really.
I think you go 2-4s, honestly. Like you just say, okay, he has buyback now.
He's gonna have to use it.
Yeah.
Maybe he's trying to bait in if they were going for the tier 4s. There it is, the buyback. We're gonna see rotations. Mitch gets cheap, but repelled, and they're all just gonna run. Will they find anybody? No blink. This Tombstone's actually. That was a great Tombstone. Made it so Mitch couldn't blink forward.
Yeah, I mean, SVG's doing it for himself, right? He doesn't have the mobility that everyone else does. He's just kind of shambles along with Tranquil Boots, so he's got to do something.
No, I mean, Element's definitely not out of it. Graph though, oh my, the 12,000 all the way up to 4,000 in favor of NP now. The thing is, that just wasn't a good spot to take a fight for Elements at all. I'm surprised they stayed in there that long when they knew the smoke was coming.
Yeah, it makes a very obvious, like when they're pushing into the base, the defensive heroes of Elements are able to stay in this kind of like half circle and be very spread. But when they're fighting around Roshan like that, right, you've got 2 cores inside the pit, and all the other supports have to come down this ramp. And it just makes it really easy for AUI. Like all the previous fights that they lose, right, AUI is forced in some sort of man fight with the Slark.
Yeah.
All the fights that MP wins is when AUI is able to get onto the back line with the Slardar as well.
And that was like the perfect initiation. He knew like they're going to be standing behind him on this hill. The fact that they just jumped on the back and knew they were there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they just as easily, like, if they wanted to contest Roche, they could have kept Slark inside the pit, right, with the whole Omni Knight repel that you talked about. Yeah. They definitely could have crafted that scenario if they really wanted to still try and do Roshan a lot better.
Yeah. And look at that, the non-natural diffusal carrier of Slardar picks it up, and Sven, classic Owie, Linking Sphere 5th item. I think he goes out on, like, all of his carries. He loves that item.
Yeah, well... Considering the fact that he didn't like to pop BKB preemptively earlier,
it
does kind of he definitely needs that.
Yeah, I'll
take
this now.
Yeah, Especially since, for whatever goddamn reason, Burrow Strike is blocked by Lincoln's.
Yeah.
I can't wrap my mind around that one, but, you know.
And it's weird.
It is
It,
what it
used
is.
to be in Dota 1, it would go through Lincoln's if you clicked on the ground. If you clicked on the hero, it would take it off, but here it's just no matter what, it blocks it.
Yeah.
We're not saying fix it, but we are.
We
1
kind
minute
of are,
13.
Ice Frog.
I think
Give us back our Dota.
Sen is not even close to 6 slotted, which is good for NP. I mean, not good that he's not slotted, but the fact they're winning these fights pretty convincingly, and he still has a ton of ways to go.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure. He's got like a moon shard that he can pick up, and he's got one more item to replace the Aegis, and I guess boots of travel and stuff. But unfortunately, like I'm looking at those items, and I think like no matter what, you always have to have the BKB. I think you always have to have the blink as well.
Unless it goes like 80 minutes, more than likely,
I think he always has to target like
the back
heroes that aren't Slark, and I think Blink Dagger's the only real way to do that. And he's obviously committed to a Lincoln's at 52 minutes, so I think he thinks that's an essential item for him to have. So,
which is good because there's not much to. I mean, Shadow Demon ult's the only thing that really cripples him, and what else is there? Are they going to cast on the Sven to take that off besides like Ethblade or Dagon?
Yeah, so it's pretty much like guaranteed to block the Burrow Strike, which really does prolong his opportunity to use BKB in a better scenario.
And I do want to say, hopefully they know. I saw the Reddit post. An enemy team repelling Lincoln's does not take it off, so don't try it.
Yeah.
Do not try it. Yeah, it was a game changer, which
do it.
is weird. Yeah, you give him a repel and he still has his Lincoln's up. Great.
You ever done one of those repels on one of an ally has haste or something?
Oh yeah,
and you're just like,
double damage. Oh,
God,
sorry.
why did I do that? I'm so sorry.
No. Still, I'm surprised Gogi's actually committing fully to the Dagon 5 instead of rotating to physical damage. I think they know their timing has been super missed, and they just want burst. I haven't seen Thebe in 1437 die. I mean, he's 3-11, but in these last few fights, I haven't seen him die, which is huge. He's just getting off his max range Ancient Seals, and that's probably pretty much all he needs to do.
Yeah, positioning was a problem in the laning phase, but it seems like 1437 is like really picks it up. I can't believe how little he's died in these team fights. He should have like at least 15 deaths in my opinion.
You brought this up. NP's laning phase is definitely their weakness, and this is shown. Now we see their late game fighting. It's been superb.
Oh, but this is potentially a big one. They've got double damage on Sven.
Down, he's gonna do God. Put him under, they kill him, they nice put under though, and he's just gonna get Milan somehow blinks out. If they can get out with nothing else, but instant hex by Eternal Envy, my goodness. Will they be able to bring him down one more hit? They do, stun. That is not good for Elements Gaming. That ward they just put down and smoked up for. Stop immediately.
NP finally on the offensive, and they've got, like, unlike Slark, who is able to, in a non-committal way, be able to chip down the tower and force the enemy back out, NP have one of those teams that can like, really commit to a push into it very quickly. Yeah. So it pretty much is like one pickoff or even one small misstep by a support could cost you a whole entire lane of ranks, if not more, at this point.
But we'll see. NP known for once they actually take a lead, they're known for their overly safe play, which isn't a bad thing. They definitely play it super safe. When they have the lead, it's funny how aggressive they get when they're losing. They're like, we're just going to do a YOLO play, and then they take the lead. We're like, all right, let's chill.
It's kind of like, that's got to be an internal MB philosophy,
it's a
right? Chinese
style of playing.
Yeah, it's like when the game is going bad, you know, you need to create as much chaos as possible in the game to try and upset what is the
balance.
The very clear balance of things, right, where you're on the losing side.
It sounds like you're talking about like Avatar: The Last Airbender. Like literally, I'm pretty sure that's the plot of that. I wouldn't doubt it. Oh, here we go. He's going in. Oh, they knew MSS was around. Like Swift Ending got hit by the creeps. He's like, wait, I don't think they have a sentry. There's just a gem. There's a sentry too, but MSS had his gem. Gonna go back. Eternal Envy, level 25.
Ooh.
He's pretty much 6 slotted.
That is a nice pickup from SVG, right?
Yeah.
Because he's oftentimes the target of this Dagon with the way he's like using his Ghost Scepter and stuff. So now he's gonna be able to bounce all that back into the Mirana potentially. Yep. Nice big armor item for him as well.
And this gives him a little bit of sieging power. You can't really do anything to the Lotus Orb Sven hitting your tower unless you really want to commit.
Yeah.
They're just gonna suffocate him. I think they just want all their lanes pushed in, which is smart, but possibly a gank top. They see him. They have the ward, and it was daytime. I'm really surprised they didn't just go in right there. They had to know a turn line view was gonna back right there. Yeah. And he does, so almost something big.
They could actually,
They get a chip down bottom a little. Looks like it. Turn line view's like, alright, cool, I'm here. No, he's just gonna give Siege Unit alacrity. Look at that guy go. He's actually, it's doing a ton of damage, man. Oh my goodness.
Jesus.
And there we go. Oh, he gets hexed up. Omni Knight could just go down. Nice 4-step by Sanking. Mitch possibly saving the game, but a big play. Now Sanking's gonna go down instead. Tombstone comes out. We see it. Soul, they're just gonna go for the tower. Buildings it is.
That one misstep, it's not even necessarily the kill. It's the fact that like heroes like Slark didn't have TP to be able to come back.
Yep. Effigy goes down middle. They're struggling through middle and bottom. Look at this. The ranged Rex going down to Forge Spirits.
We're gonna have a full-out refresher for AUI. I was like, oh, is he gonna get a heart? You know, the big strength increase, do more damage than God strength, but no, he actually goes for the refresh on the Black King bar. Link, double Lincolns as well.
Double everything. And I mean, I assume, and it's a good item because you don't have to keep it on you. If you're quick enough with the chicken, you just drop an item, use it, put it back, get your item, and no, he's okay. He's just gonna leave that. So he's like, that sounds like too much work.
It's an Echo Saber, right? It's like,
wait, no, he's doing it. He's bringing the chicken with him.
All right.
Oh, they go in. Oh my goodness, no, he's just dead instantly. I guess we were focused on the wrong thing. Nice cheese eaten by the Slardar. They're gonna go on SPG. Nice heal. Ghost Scepter comes down, but MSS is gonna get bashed and possibly killed. There it is before he gets smashed off. Mitch stun on Undying. Great play. 3 for 0. And wow.
Yeah, and the dangerous part is, right, you said, hey, the Sven's not slotted yet. Well, neither is Clark. He still has Abyssal Blade and Moonshard to pick up. He can swap out an item if he really wants to.
And that was their gem. I believe MSS had the gem. He drops it.
Oh, that is very, very rough, because it's right around Roshan time, right? So now Elements can get map control, take away any vision, get some nice vision down themselves to protect themselves around the pit.
And comes the Abyssal. Flying out, like you said, all he needs is that Moonshard, possibly. I mean, Slark doesn't want to have to go boots the trail, but this late of the game, you're probably going to have to, and
yeah.
Are they just going to power down bottom? There are buybacks, and that would be somehow force them to buy back at like 10 seconds left. That'd be huge.
And honestly, MP might.
They might not. They might sacrifice the Rax.
Yeah, it's dangerous, right? Because the mid Rax is already exposed.
Yeah,
I
think Envy has to buy back. Maybe not MSS, but Envy.
See, they're gonna...
Backdoor protection putting in work right now, and now it's not. They're not going to. Oh, they had the glyph. They're fine, so they're not gonna have to use any buybacks. They might lose a melee Rax. I think they can kite him around even without EE up. Maybe not. No, they're just gonna lose it. No. Now he just jumps in, he got strength, but he's getting hit down quite a bit by Swift Ending. Nice stun from MSS. They are kiting him around now. And we see the Lotus Orb up on Aoi. He gets bashed, and there it is, the double God Strength, double Warcry, double BKB, everything, but he's just gonna die. He has buyback, so he's gonna have to use it, but he has no spells up. They're gonna be able to force out a bunch of people. No Rax is taken. Shadow's gonna take us. It might be Mitch left for dead. Well,
they need more. They absolutely need more, but they're just
LeBron.
not gonna find it.
They have a gem on Slaughter. They didn't. No, nice juke by LeBron. That is a great fight for Elements. They'll take the last tier 3 tower or buyback from Sven. Sven he's down to 5 Saiyans, especially after that.
This is why you said, you know, right?
Yep.
This is why you play super defensive in the late game, and they just a little bit like mispositioning, you know, while they're like AUI's like, hey, I'm trying to get my refresher, and then they get initiated on. Like, I think Envy maybe went a little bit too far forward, and pushing out that bottom lane instead of just holding the high ground, and kind of gets caught. Elements think, oh, Invoker's such a big kill, we can follow that up, go into that high ground, and then turns out Sven's not even around for the fight yet.
And then there's Roshan is gonna fall. Definitely not enough time to come in here. Who takes it? I assume Cheese goes to Omni Knight. Yep, and they do no boots. The no boots Slark.
Yeah,
I think it's the best play.
So too,
because it's not like he's gonna be. He'll always not have movement issues. Oh, Sentry goes down. He blinks forward. He actually finds the Shadow Demon, but the problem is Swift Ending's on the backside keeping him out, and He might have saved LeBron with that play. Double tornado actually missed. Here we go. Now he's coming in. Has the Lotus Orb on him. They're going to be able to keep Clark down. He does have his Aegis. Buyback coming from LeBron right after he dies, and he's just chasing down Sven. Oh my goodness. Now the no boost. He's getting blocked by SVG with the body block. Just so much agility. He wants to kill him. Nice. Kill his tombstone. Yep. And there it is. They get the stun off. He does still have Aegis. They're going to sheep him up. Look at Gogi up top on the hill trying to do a little bit of damage. I can't believe Clark's still alive. Will maybe finally go down. He's chasing 1437 on the backside. MSS, no HP. Dagon's going out on a bunch of people. Shadow Poison, nice stun. MSS. Uh-oh. I think that might be the kill. Swift Ending kills Skywrath. Nice poison by Shadow Demon. Both have buyback. And they can't really push Marana still, needing to go back. And oh no, he eats the cheese. He does not have to go back. This could be a push.
And if they just killed Gogi, that all, like, it could have been okay, because then maybe Elements don't feel comfortable using a buyback on Marana and don't push in. But I'm now so sure that Elements is going to push through that bottom lane because the Marana is alive. She's just going to be able to boost the travel to them. She's fully healthy because she just decided to eat the cheese.
Yep. Swift Ending. He didn't even lose his Aegis. Oh my goodness, that's insane. So once again, we saw he just man-fought with the Sven. SVG did a good job trying to body block him, but Swift Ending just built up so many stacks.
And it's so much harder for NP to initiate once they're stuck inside of their base.
There we go.
So Elements have every advantage in the world, basically, to close out this game.
He is going for the melee again. There's a buyback. I mean, Skywrath, I don't think anyone cares about that, honestly. And there goes melee. Rax goes down, Swift Ending going for the range, leaps out. Tombstone's down again. Chicken actually dies. That was his moon shard on Slark. He flew it in on accident. Nope, missed. Blast by Envy. He's blinking forward though, gets the hex up on Shadow Demon. Nice use of Lincoln's there by Invoker. But he used it, but got used. Now they're kind of chasing him down. They know Tombstone will be down in about 10 seconds.
Yeah, I guess with double Lincolns, they really can play super aggressive on the Invoker.
Actually big. That's 60 attack speed from Slark. He just lost because of flying the chicken in, didn't have a slot open. It just dies. Good play by Envy killing it. Aegon 5 on Marana now. I think I'm really surprised he didn't go for more physical damage at this point. He would have had a lot of gold. He's still just committing fully.
I guess the
oh god, he missed the arrow on the creeps.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
he can potentially like instantly pop the Skywrath Mage, who outputs a lot of damage. If you can kill the Undying early on in the team fight, prevent the decay and Tombstone being laid down. That Tombstone really is still quite a powerful force.
Especially with Bootsless Slark, he gets so slowed.
Yeah, and he wants just to be able to stay on that spend, but then he's being body blocked. There's zombies on him, all these things.
Oh, he's going for the he's gonna get the backdoor range barracks. And now he's going for the top. He gets that too.
Yeah, they're actually so close to being able to get Megas themselves. They can actually, this is one of those moments where you can be like,
oh my,
losing your racks inside your base may not mean that much because not too far away for you either.
Yep. Wow. Nice play by Envy. But here we go. They're losing their melee racks. Nice stun up. They're going to throw that out. He still has Repel. Goes down now. Ancient Seal comes out. He has to BKB. Maybe go for Eternal Envy here. Will he go for the racks? He's just going to back out. They need to kill that Tombstone. It is nice body so much work. Yep. Put him under. He's getting a lot of trouble and just needs to leap away. But a perfect stun coming out from MSS. Ancient Seal is along with the ulti. Still has his Aegis. Tombstone, though, is actually doing so much work right at the beginning of the base. Look at how many zombies there are. Decay's coming out. Nice tornado. Hits on 2 of them. The EMP probably not going to hit anyone. No, it will. Actually takes all Milan. And then they put him under a little late. And look at middle. They're possibly going to lose this one tier 4 tower.
That was such a good play by Envy, seeing that the Slark, he'd already used his BKB. He was turning around to try and pounce out, and he blinks forward to block that pounce out.
Yeah.
And then because of that, they're able to keep him inside the base longer and just slowly but surely chip him away and take away that Aegis.
This is huge. So surprisingly now, the Radiant team has a Rax advantage. Of course it is ranged Raxes, but still, this might come down to either going to be a team fight versus team fight, winner wins the game, or they might just see who can kill a throne quicker, and that probably would be Team NP with Alacrity, God Strength, Sven. I think Elements they have to take a fight and win it. I don't think they can win any other way.
It's all about buybacks right now, and the Slark doesn't have his because he's low on gold, so they need to sit back and farm for 1300, and if they're going to wait for that, it might just mean they wait for Roshan as well.
Shadows take us.
Meanwhile,
Shadows are going to take us top. Oh, I don't know about this one, Pink and Mitch and Gogi.
risky. They do see Envy here, but they don't have any ability to actually throw out.
Oh no, and they get dealt. This could be it. No, no one's. They were a little too far back. That could have been a double kill right there.
They're gonna smoke and push out though, see if they can still catch him.
Yep. Standing on the back side, he's like, oh, a little late here. Bottom lane once again, just pushed out by Envy. He's done such a good job of pushing out all the lanes.
Yeah, look at that. They're just not backing out quick enough. Like they don't respect NP would chase them.
And the easy kill. That's a gem as well.
Somebody can get it. Yep, even.
I got it. And surprisingly, he went from nothing at 30 minutes, 4-staff Glimmer Cape mana boots. He's right back in the fray of things. Like we said, that's just not dying.
These gems, the Glimmer Cape becomes so powerful.
Yeah. I think that's a big thing for supports. He has died one time in the last 25 minutes. As support Skyra, that's insane.
Yeah,
that's just good
really
positioning.
Impressive. He's just sitting back and, you know, just waiting for the right Mystic Flares, and then if necessary, gets a little bit closer for Ancient Seals, then backs away.
And here we go. They're just going to push in there. Oh, nice. MSS takes a lot. Doesn't get that Lotus Orb off in time, and that might force him back, actually. No, he's going to Tranquil up.
Where the Dagon build's really dangerous.
Yep.
These longer, kind of drawn-out pokes and prods at each other. The Dagon, it's already back up. The Fury Blade is now up again, so you can have another round of nukes like that. Ready to go.
Oh, man. Diffusal Blade 2 up on Slardar. Not really many items coming out now. Most of the people who are actually still farming have maxed out at this point. MSS going for a BKB now, it looks like. No, man, I don't know. They're just going to go back, play their safe style, push out every lane. If somehow they see elements out of position, they'll be able to just backdoor racks like they did last time with all their lanes always pushed in.
Yeah, and honestly, they should expect that Slark has buyback, even though he doesn't, because it's for gold reasons. And they're sitting there going, we know we don't have buyback on Slardar and Skyreth Mage because of time. So, yeah, I think in some ways that it's an unnecessary risk. You might as well wait until you have all 5 buybacks, because you're kind of expecting elements to.
Well, who would have expected game 1 today would be a 70-minute game? NP and elements. Never good to have.
So much for standing for no packet loss.
Mm-hmm.
Say why put it.
Liar. So what is he...
What do you do with this Sven?
Why does he not have a moon shard yet, by the way? He has 7k.
Yeah, sure.
He's probably just going to get a moon shard right now. I assume he's running over there.
If you had another... You had another 10,000 gold to work with, would you change these items at all, Grant?
I really don't think he needs the bleed anymore if they're gonna, well, I think MSS, if you're chasing people down, you just hope for MSS to chase. I think you just get rid of the blink and go some, like, either a Satanic or even just a straight up Heart.
Yeah.
Because they're just, at this point, if they want to take a fight, it's going to be a sieging fight. I think that's the best, but he does buy the Moon Shard.
We'll see if this game draws out another 10-15 minutes. He may get that round of 10k gold. And
where's his?
We'll see how he changes up his item set this late into the game.
He already sold his Helm of the Dominator. He didn't even want to keep it around for later. He's like, I just want the gold. Now neither team wanting to smoke up yet. They just want to farm Sticks 5. Try to get a come out. No Roche yet. Swift ending. He had a great game. Unfortunately, it's a Slark, and you can't do everything alone as a Slark. And this team played great for the first, 50 minutes. The problem is, I mean, your team composition's just worse late game. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's why we were kind of always setting up the stage for a potential NP comeback, because it's almost a solo core Slark. He's got the backup of a Mirana with all the magic damage, but the Mirana is only truly strong with magic damage at 45 minutes, and then she starts dropping off.
Oh, and they actually get the instant keep coming up on Slark. Is he just going to go down? Nice ultimate from the Omni Knight. Disruption as well puts him under. He's going to be able to BKB out. Are they going to get away? Oh, Tornado hits on one of them. Risky EMP comes out. They should at least kill the Omni Knight. It's a big kill. They will. Shadow Demon as well, but MSS goes down.
And the Moonlight Shadow's letting them get away because the gem was on the Slardar, so that should have been 3 kills all in a row, but MSS dies, they drop the gem. The Moonlight Shadow is a successful escape for both the Shadow Demon as well as the Sand King because of that.
Yep. Actually, I would love to see if maybe elements smoke up top the one lane pushing in their favor currently. If
Yeah.
EE wants to maybe go push top, looks like he will. Get a pickup on him, that's huge, and it looks like he is. But Element's scared. They don't have their Omni Knight, their one true savior, who got up a great ulti that saved Swift Ending.
Yeah. Again, that key combination of defensive heroes.
They just both like, oh, all right, we'll both save him. Oh. Where do we go from here? Sand King? I mean, this is pretty much maxed out for a Sand King.
Yeah.
He's not going to get damage items. They don't do anything for him.
He can get is like that late game scythe, like
Yeah.
Axe Mike had in that one game.
Yep.
But for now, he's going to be the gem holder.
Sunstrike again.
LeBron could actually get himself an Axe if the next fight goes okay, but
That's
the game
not a
doesn't
terrible
end.
item on him, yeah, because it'll be for the Sven and just anyone else. And there we go. They know Roche is up. They don't know they're doing it. The Eternal Envy striked a little earlier, but it's going to be the game-ending fight. Look at they're coming over right now.
He's coming over to throw out a tornado.
Yeah, here comes. This might just be... Oh, nice. Only hits on LeBron, which is a good hit, too. Gonna try to kill these. Kills one of them. They're going back in. I don't know. EMP, the super zoning EMP. And once again, we know, like, if Sven just jumps in on the backside, it's only Shadow Demon to Omni again. They could just die, and there we go. He does it. They might just bring down nice 4-step forward. Eternal Envy. I don't know what's going on. The other team going in now. We see SPG Castiel. Tombstone is up. Gonna go on everyone. They're gonna blink forward. They are gonna find Sand King, which is a huge kill. Gems down. Swift Ending going on Invoker. Will be able to bring him down. Doesn't quite do enough damage. Milan blink forward. Owie. Kill Shadow Demon on the backside. Nice Ewells on Slark. And he's just gonna force that way. Get out of there. We're gonna see Gogi most likely go down. He somehow gets away. SPG getting ulted by Mitch. Oh, and there we go. He gets purged. Oh, Shadow Demon bought back and just instantly died. Nice hacks up on the Omni Knight. Blink forward by MSS. He's going to get the kill on him. That is 3 no buybacks. That is more than likely the game.
Yeah, I think so. Swift Ending just not able to do enough by him. Like, you could just see NP are kiting him around constantly, just like kind of ignoring him, like he latches onto a pounce, and like that's the one danger moment for Envy, but they've got like the defensive tools like the tornado, the soul rift to be able to heal Envy up. Like they just kind of like survive through that period of time where heroes latch down by the slurk, and then they just kind of keep moving, use their mobility to go kill every other hero of elements, and then Slark can't possibly fight 1 versus 5.
It's actually hilarious. NP is still super scared right now, pushing this 2v5. Oh, nice. Just the Deafening Blast on both of them. Tornado on one creep. Oh my goodness. MSS once again almost dies. Nice BKB by Gogi. They're just going to try to back out. They bait the BKB. Funny how nervous they are of this 2v5 fight. We see the damage Mirana puts out, but all it takes is one blink stun. And they're nice disjoint. We'll get the racks. No, they won't. Lift up. Owie doesn't care. Now they finally, the Mirana, there's no way she's living through that one. She has buyback though. They might get bottom lane. The rack still stands. Swift Ending's trying to defend it. He knows Eternal Envy's on with the Ghost Walk.
And we could get the scythe right now in Swift End. The team just needs to be able to get a little bit closer, but instead they're going to get Kogi.
And I just go for the racks. That should be it. Oh, and he blinks for it. He's like, whatever, I'm getting it.
Radiant's bottom barracks.
Nice. Blocks it with the Abyssal Blade. Blocked by Lincoln. And now he's kiting him around there. Just going to end the game here. Hopefully. They know Mirana's down because of that buyback. 4 tower, a little bit, and they're still going for a nice double stun. The Cleave's going to come up. Swift Ending should go down here. He's ulted up though, LeBron. So Swift Ending still swing on Owie. He's getting those essence chip charges. Unfortunately, it is not enough, and this looks like the end. Swift Ending. He's not done yet. Nice ult by Mitch coming in. They might kill Owie. No, the Glimmer Cape. 2 pulses get knocked down by it, and he's just going to run away. Nice blast. He's dead. Swift Ending running in. Tombstone just slowing him down as well as the ice wall. Oh, and the BN disconnect before good game. And honestly, Elements was probably ahead in that game for what, 40 minutes-ish?
Yes.
They were in charge, and they got those early Raxes. They looked great. And then we saw Eternal Envy came online, Octarine, level 22, and Invoker's one of the best late game heroes in the game because Ice Wall versus 5-second BKBs, you just can't do anything against it.
Yeah, I think NP, they just did kind of barely enough